It's a new month, which means new bourbon is coming out. We got some cool bottles dropping this month. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Tim, the Suburban Dad. The month of January is kind of a downer in terms of bourbon releases, simply because we come off the high of bourbon season, which is in the fall time, September, October, November. And by January, there's not a whole lot of cool stuff coming out. However, there are some good bottles hitting the shelves. Some standards, such as Larceny Barrel Proof A125. These are always 6 to 8 years old. The proof varies batch to batch. I have not found what proof this batch is yet. Of course, Larceny is in their new label now, which is pretty cool, I must say. It's rather fancy. I did like the old style label, but I think this one is a little bit classier. Good move. Also from Heaven Hill, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This is A125 as well. They weren't very creative when it came to those two expressions. This one comes in at 10 years, 7 months old. I've already talked enough about the age of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. We'll move on. It's only 118.2 proof, following in the footsteps of A124, which is 119 proof. A124 was my least favorite of last year's batches. Wouldn't be surprised if the same was the case with A125. Now, Larceny is retail for $65, Elijah Craig for $75. So apparently 2 to 4 years difference equals $10 difference in the price. Old Forester is re-releasing their 1924 batch, which is 100 proof, but it's 10 years old. They first released that back in 2024, and it seemed to disappear pretty quickly. And I have not tried it yet. I'm a big fan of Old Forester. I'm a big fan of 10-year-old whiskeys. This is being released online. You can have it shipped to you if you live in the following random states: Kentucky, okay, that makes sense, Nebraska, North Dakota, New Hampshire, and Washington, D.C. How they came up with those states, no idea. I'm sure there's plenty of politics involved with that. Or you can pick it up in the store, the distillery store, starting January 10th, and retails for $120. What I recently discovered about this bottle is that the mash bill has a higher corn content than the traditional Old Forester mash bill. So instead of 72% corn, they bumped it up to 79% corn. Both have 10% malted barley. The difference is the rye is shifted depending on the corn content. So higher corn in the 1924 expression. Penelope Havana should be hitting shelves this month. I've already seen online where a couple people have gotten it, I think down in Texas for some reason. How'd you guys get it? It should be hitting the shelves more widespread in January. It's 93 proof. It's a 4-grain bourbon. So corn, rye, wheat, barley. Still not sure on a price on that one. I would guess around 90 to 100, somewhere in there. And of course, it's finished in rum and maple casks. Sounds yummy. I'd love to try that one. I will definitely be hunting that one. So I'd be down to get 3 out of those 4 bottles. I'm not a big fan of Larceny Barrel Proof. It's just not my thing for whatever reason. Elijah Craig, I'm gonna get that one. I'd love to get Havana. Depends on how hard to get it is, whether I can find it or not at a reasonable price. And the 1924, I'd love to give that a try too. Seems like it'd be a yummy bottle. There you go, a little bit slow start to the year, but hey, it's only gonna get better from here. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel with notifications so that way you don't miss out on this content, which by the way comes out Fridays at 3 p.m., Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Don't miss out. Until next time, cheers! Gosh, what's your problem, Tim? Get a